Hello, I'm so happy to have you with me. We are going to get a little workout in, get our bodies moving, and see if we can get ourselves grounded and right in our bodies and feeling good. If you haven't subscribed, be sure and hit subscribe, and let's get moving. Let's make our way right down onto your mat. I'm going to start on my back today. Arms are going to be down by my side. Knees are bent. And I want you just to start by wiggling your feet around just a little bit. Really even see if you can spread those toes apart, lift the ball of your foot and really place the ball of your foot down, spreading those toes out. Really find that energy of your big toe, your little toe, and your heel pressing into the mat. From here, I want you to inhale, shrug your shoulders up, and exhale, reach your arms long down by your side. And inhale, shrug your shoulders up to your ears. And exhale, reach your arms long down by your side. One more time. Inhale, shrug your shoulders up. And reach your arms long down by your side. Press those arms into the mat. Feel that activity and like you're trying to make an indentation with your arms in the mat. And from here, inhale. On the exhale, get all the air out of your lungs. And feel your rib cage settle into the mat. Breathing into the sides of your ribs and your back. Take a nice inhale. And a nice deep exhale. Just taking a minute to find that space that you're here. Inhale into your ribs. That's that intercostal breath. Inhale. And a nice good exhale. With all the busyness and so much going on these days, it's nice just to breathe and just to exhale. Inhale into your ribs. Exhale all the air out of your lungs. And I have my eyes closed. So keep your breath going. And then from here, we're going to start with a real small movement. I want you to lift your right fingers and your left toes. And then switch. Left fingers, right toes. And switch. And switch, and switch. And from here, just getting that little feeling, get that pattern going. You can go as fast or as slow as you want. We're starting off with a cross pattern with our brains getting turned on. This cross pattern kind of makes you have to think about where you are a little bit. And then from here, I'm going to have you put everything down on the mat. I want you to lift your right fingers and your right toes. And then left and left. So now we're doing same side. Just a nice, easy little tap, lifting of your fingers and your toes. Nothing too strenuous. We're starting out slow, except I'm going to make your brain reboot on this one and go to that cross pattern again. Right fingers, left toes, and switch, and switch, and switch, and switch. Sometimes these little coordination things make your brain stop and say, oh, okay, I got to think about what I'm doing here. So that's what I'm having you do right now. Right from the get-go, we're going to start moving with intention, connecting our brain, our breath, our minds, our bodies, and see if we can feel just a little more grounded, maybe a little less anxious, maybe a little less frenzied. And I'm going to have you settle everything, toes and fingers, into the mat. And inhale into your rib cage. On the exhale, pull your lower back into the mat, peel and curl all the way up to the top. And really feel your breath. Use your breath to guide your movement. Inhale and exhale. Articulate down. Take your time. Feel the energy in your head reaching in one direction. Feel your spine reaching farther down the mat as you take it far, as you actually really reach your spine farther down the mat. Uncurl completely at the bottom. Inhale. On the exhale, rock your hips. Peel and curl all the way up. Holding it up here, finding that openness in the front of your body. Feel the back of your body activated. Inhale into your rib cage. And exhale, articulate down. And I'm really pressing my arms into the mat, going for that indentation of arms into the mat and using that as a bit of an oppositional force to get even more movement into my spine. Uncurl completely at the bottom and rock your hips, peel and curl all the way up to the top. Inhaling into your rib cage and exhale, slowly coming down. And we're doing one more, just like that. Rock your hips, peel and curl all the way up. Hold here, inhale, and exhale, slowly taking your time. My back feels a little tightish, which is super abnormal for me. Right at that low part for me, I'm gonna take my time right through here and really get that movement and stretch. Sometimes it just feels good to get some blood flow, and that's all we need. We're gonna hold it at the bottom here. Interlace your hands behind your head. Elbows are just lifted up off the mat, and inhale. Connecting to our breath. We're gonna start the exhale, but don't move. Halfway through that exhale, head, neck, and chest lifts up off the mat. And then inhale as you take that head right back down. Hold still on the ground here as you exhale. Follow that exhale up and inhale back down. Hold for the beginning of that exhale. Feel your rib cage start to connect, your abs start to connect, and lift that torso up, going for length instead of height. And inhale, coming back down and long. And exhale. Follow it up. Inhale, right back down, and exhale, hold, and lift up on that second part of the exhale. Hold it here in this lift. Make sure your head is heavy in your hands. You can even drop your head back an inch or two, and then lift up right around your rib cage. Make sure that neck is supported. And you can also put your head down at any time if it's talking to you. So you get to be the boss on that one. Do what is working for your body. And from here, right leg floats up to tabletop. On the next exhale, left leg floats up to tabletop. Keeping the angle of that knee the same, tap your right toe down on the mat and bring it up. And left toe taps. And right. And left. And keep it going. See what you can turn off. See what doesn't need to be helping you right now. Your lips don't need to be helping you right now. Your toes don't need to be helping you. Your feet and your legs are, for the most part, along for the ride, really deriving this movement from your abdominal muscles. Keep those legs going and add a nice, slow, steady rotation with your torso toward that opposite knee, coming through the center and rotate. And take it to the opposite knee. That armpit is reaching for that knee. Your elbow stays open and cross. And keep breathing, of course. And cross. And exhale as you wrap it across. And wrap. One more time to the left. Come back to the center. Head comes all the way down. Arms are going to come up to the ceiling and then just float right down onto the ground. Palms are going to stay up nice and high, facing the ceiling, Glue those knees together. I want you to lift your left hip to float over to the right. That left shoulder stays quiet on the mat and pull it back to center. And take it over to the left and pull it back to center. Less is more on this one. So I really want you just twisting through your spine. So make sure that those knees stay glued together, like you just have one leg, and that they're staying, they're not shifting or shimmying against each other. They're staying the exact same place. So you're moving right through your spine, lifting that left hip up to take it over to the right. Use that left side of your waist to pull it back to center, and picking that right hip up to float it over to the left. Using the right side of your waist, pull it back to center. Hold here. Head, neck, and chest lifts up off the mat. Grab the backs of your legs. From here, curl your tailbone up, and then uncurl it all the way out. And curl it up one more time, and uncurl it completely. Look over your right shoulder. Look over your left shoulder. Come back to the middle, and from here, arms and legs go long, and bring it right back in. And reach, and bring it in. And inhale as you go long, exhale, pulls it in. And inhale, and exhale. Feel that energy coming out your fingers and toes, and exhale, pull it in. And reach and pull it in. Let's do 2 more. 1 more time. Hold right there. Head comes down to the mat. Hug your knees to your chest and just rock side to side. From here, those feet are going to find the mat, and you're going to straighten those legs all the way out, nice and long. And from here, reach those arms all the way over your head and really reach through your fingers and your toes. Find that length in your body. And then float those arms up to the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale. Feel your rib cage settle right back down to the mat. Squeeze those legs together. Make sure those ankles are even squeezed together. And from here, inhale, head, neck, and chest lifts up. And exhale, rolls it all the way up. Belly button stays pulled back behind you. Inhale at the top. And exhale, slowly lowering it down. Rib cage stays on the mat here. Don't let it pop up. Even though you're lying down, you're not really lying down. You're still working here. Inhale, head, neck, and chest lifts up. And roll it all the way up. If you need to bend your knees, go for it. If you need to place a roll behind your lower back, go for it. If you need to have a pair of small weights in your hands, go for it. Whatever you need to do to have a nice smooth roll up, building those muscles, and I want it to be a nice flowy day. So letting your breath help you through this. Inhale starts that lift right through this no man's land. Exhale as you roll all the way up. Belly button's pulled way far back behind you and coming all the way down. 1 more time. Inhale, head, neck, and chest lifts up. Exhale, comes all the way up and sitting up nice and tall. From here, I want you to just wiggle around a little bit so you're sitting right on those sits bones, nice and tall, up to the ceiling. If this feels really challenging for you, put a pillow. You can roll the mat under, whatever works. But if it's work to sit up straight, but you shouldn't be really battling with your hip flexors in the front. So get a box, get a pillow, roll the mat up. Anything to release your hamstrings a little bit if needed. Interlace your hands behind your head and take a minute. Inhale, grow even taller. Exhale as you feel your tailbone anchor into the mat and your head lifting up into the clouds. Inhale here. On the exhale, rotate to the right. Exhale a little bit more and inhale back to center and take it to the left. Exhale and exhale. Inhale, back to center. My feet are staying nice and still, so there's not one leg or the other that's getting longer as I do this. They're staying stock still. Inhale, take it to the left. Exhale and exhale. Hold it right here. Don't change anything in your torso. I just want you to sneak a little peek at your feet. If there's one that's shorter or longer, that means you've twisted in your hips, and I don't want that. So keep those feet nice and still, and inhale as you come back to center. And take it to the right. Exhale. Exhale, inhale, back to center, and to the left. Exhale, exhale, inhale, back to center. And from here, arms reach out in front of you. And I want you to tuck, come halfway back. Chest and shoulders stay open. From here, using your abs, lift that right leg up and lower. Lift and lift, lift and lift. 2 more. Last one, hold it here. I want you to round it forward, pull your belly button backwards. Once your shoulders are over your hips, sit up nice and tall. Imagine you're rowing a bar, pull it backwards. Open your chest and shoulders up, open those hands up, a little half angel. Squeeze those shoulder blades together and let your arms come right back forward. Come halfway back, hold and lift that leg. Lift and lift. I have a little bit of energy in my toes and in my leg, but not a lot. Most of my work is in my abdominal muscles, just floating that leg effortlessly up, right? Let's do 2 more. Last one, hold it right here. Round it forward. Once your shoulders are over your hips, sit up nice and tall. Float those arms up to the ceiling. Bend your elbows into that half angel, opening your shoulders up. Float your arms up and reach it out in front again. This time you're gonna tuck it halfway back it goes. I'm gonna have you turn to the right.
rotate, not turn, rotate. And then I want you to float that right knee up. You're gonna bend that knee, and I want you to fold in half right at your hip. Pull that knee in and your chest, they come together. And then sink it right back down. And lift. And lift. And lift. And lift. And 3, 2. Last one. Float that right leg down. Come back to the center. Round it forward. Sit up nice and tall. Those arms float up. Bend your elbows into that half angel. Float those arms back up to the ceiling. They come out in front of you. Tuck and take it back. Rotate over to the left. Hover that left leg off the mat. Soften your knee. And from here, here's like you're talking with yourself. Lift that knee and chest to come together. They meet at the top. So you're getting into your left oblique just a little bit more. And bring it up. And up. And up. And up. 2 more. Keep breathing. It's the name of the game today. Lower that leg down, straighten out, round it forward, sit up tall, arms come up, bend into that half angel, open your chest and shoulders up, bring those arms up, and arms come in front again. Lie all the way back down. I lied, not all the way. We're going to our shoulder blades only. Shoulder blades are just gonna stop right there. Shoulders, neck, and head are staying lifted. Right leg comes into tabletop. Left leg stays long and lifts up. That knee is right over your hips. Now I want you to think about pulling that chest up towards your knee and switch, and switch, and switch, and switch. Keep those legs going. Interlace your hands behind your head and add a rotation. Cross and cross and cross and cross. And 4, 3, 2, last one. Come into the center. Head comes down. Hug your knees into your chest. And I'm just going to egg beater those knees out and around a little bit. And let's take this minute to take a nice good inhale and a nice big exhale. Right leg is going to go long on the mat. Grab a hold of that left knee with your right hand. Cross it all the way over your body. Let that left hand go out in the opposite direction. And exhale into this twist. Every time you exhale, and I want you to concentrate on the exhale, I want you to think about your spine just getting a little more wrung out. Like a washcloth. Nice, good inhale. And exhale. Feel any little worrisome thoughts just get exhaled right out, twisted right out. On the next exhale, I want you to pull that knee back to center. Left leg goes long on the mat. Right leg comes up to tabletop. Grab a hold of that knee with your opposite hand and cross it over your body. That right arm goes out to the right or towards my wild horses. And once again, grab onto that breath. Inhale, fill your lungs up, and exhale nice and deep. Find a little mini meditation in that breath. Inhale, hold for just a count, and exhale. Hold for just a count. On the next exhale, I want you to pull that knee back to center. We come back to center, and from here, I want you to bring your right leg up to tabletop, your left leg up to tabletop, head, neck, and chest lifts up off the mat. Grab the backs of your legs, press your legs into your hands, flip over onto your hands and knees. From here, I want you to tuck your tail, look into your belly button, and uncurl, extend your chest forward. And tuck your tail, and extend your chest forward. Start at your hips and early tuck. Let your spine go all the way up. Your head's the last to tuck. Uncurl from your hips, and your head's the last to extend.
This time, push your rib cage up over to the right and come down in the center. Nice strong arms, so we're not a soggy bowl of oatmeal. Stay nice and with a lot of intention, a lot of resistance, pushing away from the ground. Even when we're in that extension, still pushing away from the ground. Up, over to the right. And extend. And up to the left. And extend. From here, we're going into a plank. We're not going to do a whole lot of plank stuff today, so enjoy this little sprinkling of it. Choose what works best for your body. Your hands are right underneath your shoulders no matter where you are. Back of your head and neck is lifted to the ceiling. Belly buttons to your spine, spines to your belly button. Right leg goes out behind you. Left leg goes out behind you. Your neck is beautifully long. I know it. And from here, hover that right leg off the mat. Find the lift and that length in that leg and give me a lift and lift. If you need to do this on your knees, go for it. And lift and lift. 4, 3, 2, last one, put that foot down and the left leg hovers and lift. My rear end did not lift up, so that foot's lifting just higher than your rear. Feeling those glutes engage here, and of course, keep on breathing. 3, 2, 1, put that foot down. Knees come down to the mat. They're going to be separated just a little bit. Toes are together and sit right back on your feet. And find a nice, beautiful deep exhale. Walk your hands all the way over to the right. Find length in that left side of your body. Walk your hands over to the left side, finding length in the right side of your body. And coming back to the middle. From here, I'm going to have you come onto your side. I'm going to have you lie right down on your side. I'm on my left side right now. My hips are at 90 degrees. My feet are at 90 degrees. And both hands are right on top of each other like I'm doing a little alligator dance or something. From here, I want you just to let your head relax. Reach that top hand for me. It's my right now. It doesn't matter if you're on the other side. You can reach that top hand as far as you can. I want you to keep it as low to the ground as you can go. Coming all the way up above your head. Your gaze is going to follow that hand and get that twist coming all the way around. That hand comes through. So you're trying to make as big a circumference as you possibly can. Those fingertips stay as low as possible. Getting that opening in your chest and shoulders, twisting from the top of your head to your tailbone. And breathing, of course. Inhale as that hand comes up. And exhale into that backside, that full twist. And come back to the middle, and let's switch to the other side. I'm just going to shimmy myself right over to my right side. My hips are at 90 degrees, my feet are at 90 degrees, hands are right on top of each other. My top hand is going to reach as far as I can and come up above my head. Hand is staying low. You can even close your eyes if you want to. Circle all the way around. Opening your chest, opening your shoulders, really twisting your spine. Let yourself have that nice, good breathing pattern. Inhale as you bring that arm above your head. And exhale into that twist. All those big, deep exhales give your nervous system a little time to reboot. And that is what I feel like we need these days. So much going on in the world. Everybody's daily lives, everybody's local lives, everybody's worldwide lives. One more time around. Bringing that arm up. Nice, good inhale. Feel the room that your lungs have as you reach that arm all the way out and around, and exhale nice and deep. Staying on, flipping back onto your back. Right leg comes up to tabletop. Left leg comes up to tabletop. Head, neck, and chest lifts up off the mat. Grab the backs of your legs and coming all the way up to the top. From here, I want you to stay sitting right behind your tailbone. And I want you to grab one shin and then the other shin. My toes are just tickling the mat. Shoulders are down your back. And from here, I want you to rock back, staying off your neck and your head, and come right back up. And this should feel like a nice little massage on your back, holding that nice little ball position. And take it back. And I don't want you to have a death grip on those hands. I want you just to be placed there. They're kind of like just a fluffy little accessory. If you're wondering if you're pushing into your hands too much, you can, almost got stuck there. You can always put your elbows on your knees, your hands on your head. I'm not sure if I've got the oomph for this today, but we're gonna give it a try. Stay connected, really pulling into your abdominal muscles to stay connected and rocking it back. Good. And take it back. Last one. Hold it right there. From here, the bottoms of your feet come together, and I want you to round it forward. And exhale. Stay forward, but come forward with a nice flat back, pressing that belly button towards the mat. I'm getting a nice stretch all the way through my hips and the side here, and that's where you should be aiming for that as well. And round it all the way forward, coming all the way up. I'm gonna have you just flip those feet around, make your way right onto your belly. I'm gonna have you line, my nose is just hovering off the mat. And I want you to bring your hands down and place them right on your thighs. I don't want you to pick your chest and shoulders up per se, but I want you to pick just your shoulders up and reach your arms a little farther down towards your feet. I want you to press your pubic bone and your hip bone into the mat to protect your lower back. Belly button's pulled up towards your spine. You're going for length instead of height. From here, inhale as you lift your torso up, and exhale lowers it down. Inhale as you lift it up, and exhale lowers it down. You're working against gravity to lift up. You're finding that length in your body. Your head's reaching along in one direction. Make it work to come down. Reach your spine farther and farther down the mat. And inhale, lift it up, and lower down. One more time, lift it up. Hold it here. Again, going for length instead of height. Belly button still pulled in tight to your spine. Hover those feet off the mat and give me a little flutter kick. Flutter, 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 flutter. Like your own little torpedo. Make sure those hands are still flat on your thighs. Lift your shoulders up and reach a little farther down towards your feet. And we're going to inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Lower yourself all the way down. Bring those hands right underneath your shoulders, pushing yourself up onto your hands and knees, separating those knees again. Feet are together, and sit back right on those feet. And we're just going to have you sit here for a few minutes. Inhale and exhale. Probably not a few minutes. I mean, maybe just a few breaths is more like it. If you want to stay for a few minutes, by all means, go for it. This is your workout. If it feels good to you, put me on pause and keep going. One more time. Inhale. On the exhale, start walking those hands all the way in. Just sitting right on my heels. And I'm going to float those arms up. Look up to the sky. Float those arms down. Shrug your shoulders up to your ears. Roll them back and down. And roll them back and down. Switch directions. Take those shoulders back, up and forward. And forward. And with that, we are done. Thank you so much for joining me. I will see you tomorrow.